Yo, what is going on, guys? Got some more 1.5 action for you guys. I'm super excited because now we finally have the official English release of the 1.5 set. Now, I think, some people got their sets early and maybe some other people got delayed. The whole release of the game is kind of a mess now, but hopefully, me bringing you guys some games will, lighten the mood. So I've got my favorite deck down at the bottom, guys. Let me tell you something about this deck. I'm playing ShineGreymon, and my opponent is playing a green deck. Now, this is not ShineGreymon green. No, 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 no. This is GranKuwagamon One Punch, Dimension Scissors, wipe your whole field, pierce, and hit a bunch of security, the deck. So this deck is, low-key kind of scary. A little bit underappreciated. I don't think GranKuwagamon got the chance he needed to shine, because, originally that was a BT1 card, but now we're only just getting him in the TCG, but he's already kind of, I don't want to say he's, obsolete, but, when you have things like ShineGreymon and Mega Gargomon and, Argomon and lots of other crazy green cards, maybe he's just not as appreciated as much. So anyways, guys, like I said, I'm playing ShineGreymon. I got set up down there with the double TK as well as the Rise Greymon, and my opponent is just trying to, get set up as well. He doesn't have a tamer on the field, so I am winning, the memory advantage, so I am just able to choke him out a little bit. Now, I will say, unfortunately, my hand is not the best. I don't have ShineGreymon hand, don't have /Angemon. In this build specifically, I'm playing ShineGreymon, of course. I'm also playing Kentaurismon, and I think just one copy of /Angemon. If you want to see the build, I did a whole video on that, explaining my choices and all that sort of stuff. So I'll probably have that in the link in the description. But yeah, so my opponent is going to hit me with the Blossomon. So even though I'm able to memory choke him with just one, Blossomon and Argomon level 5 are just such powerful cards that they're just able to work around that. And not to mention that, but also HPD, Hidden Potential Discovered, is just an absolutely bonkers card. So now we've got GranKuwagamon. If you don't know what this guy does, he gains 4,000 DP during your turn, during my opponent's turn in this case, the person who controls him. Not only that, but he also has piercing. So I think he's 11,000 base, so he's a 15,000 level 6 with piercing, so he can get over pretty much anything in the game. If you got an Agumon or a Tanamon underneath him, you can get around Omnimon as well. So he's still pretty powerful. Now he will actually be able to kill ShineGreymon if I had one, and the thing is he will need me to have a rested Digimon, otherwise he can't hit me with the piercing. It's not like he has Rust Tyrannomon where he can attack unsuspended Digimon. Excuse the whole giant mess of stacks over there. TTS is a little bit difficult to manage. My opponent did hit me for one security check. That was the Rise Greymon there. Now I am able to drop my ShineGreymon and get that Kuwagamon out of here. I don't want to see him. I'm just able to rest 3 of my tamers and get rid of that guy altogether. And I will actually draw 1 off the Labramon as well. Now, because I did have the Patamon under the Tururimon, I actually did gain a memory. So then I think I went back to, I went back to 0, and then I was able to attack, hit for 2 security. ShineGreymon was 14,000, so not worried about running into anything there, and then I played the TK for 2. Now, fortunately for me, Bancho Stingmon is a scary card. Fortunately, his effect only activates when your opponent has something that is 12,000 or more, and luckily, ShineGreymon just barely dodges that bullet. I can't imagine if Bancho Stingmon was able to, gain the 7,000 as well as the security attack +2 on the Shine. That'd be a little bit scary. Now, he is actually just going to attack with Tururimon. I don't think that was a bad choice, especially because, he might have thought, I was setting up for another Shine anyways, because I had the Tururimon, I could just go Rise, or, any level 5, and then Shine afterwards, so maybe he thought he would die anyway, so might as well get a security check in. I don't actually have the Shine, so I might have just big brained him, but he did hit the Kari, which was super unfortunate, because now I've got 5 tamers on the field. He is going to play the Ken Ichijoji, and leave me with 6 memory, which is quite a lot for ShineGreymon. Now, it's not like I'm monster spamming or anything, but if I do get the resource, I'm probably just going to build up into another ShineGreymon, and then now I've got 5 tamers, so I could probably take out his Bancho, his Agumon, or probably Bancho and then Woodmon. is the better option there. But I could also swing for another 2 security checks, ShineGreymon being at 16,000 right now. So I'm actually just going to attack the Bancho Stingmon as well. He did rest the Woodmon there for the HPD, in case you're wondering that. That's why he didn't block. So I was able to take advantage of that. Now I did draw into Kentaurismon. Kentaurismon is a super awesome card. I really like Kentaurismon. Maybe he's a little bit underrated. Maybe there's just better options. You could argue Slash Angemon is probably better in this kind of deck, but I really do like the ability to just stall for a turn and just swing its security on undeterred by anything, and then if he happens to die, okay, you get to take something with you, get to reduce something by 11,000. So I think that's pretty sick. So I did actually just play the Unimon from my hand, leaving my opponent with just a 3 because he does have the Ken. I don't want to give him any more, and any less would be just wasting my memory. So he is going to Digivolve that Vegemon. At this point in the game, we've both got 3 security. Now if he is able to build up into the GranKuwagamon and then swing over ShineGreymon, then we might have a problem. I do have the Unimon for that, but I was expecting maybe like a Blossomon download and then, GranKuwagamon after that, or maybe a HPD or something, but I don't have to worry about that. Luckily, I'm just going to see, the GranKuwagamon go down, and then I actually do gain 2 memory, in case you're wondering. I do gain 2 memory from the Kari because I am at 3 or less security. I'm actually at exactly 3 right now, which is another thing that you kind of want to be cautious against in most yellow builds that are playing Kari. I'm pretty sure, Shine's usually, the only build that plays multiple Karis. You're gonna want to not leave them at 3 until you can go for that final push, because then they're just gonna start steamrolling. Now, I hit the 2 absolute worst security here, dude. First of all, I hit Dimension Scissors. So now I attack with Shine. Now I'm like, well, I'm screwed now, because now he's added that to his hand, as well as that he also gets the Davis for free, so then we're just going to see him add a Lilymon straight to his hand for free. So 2 cards for free, and then I'm going to hit his last security card. Didn't attack with the Unimon because he does have the blocker, so I won't be able to finish out this game, and I'm just going to play the Labramon and play the TK pass turn. Unfortunately, Dimension Scissors is just an absolutely ridiculous card, and this is kind of the setup that this type of deck wants to do. If you're looking for a more budget green deck, this deck is pretty crazy. So he's going to Dimension Scissors his GranKuwagamon, which gives him the ability to, any time that Digimon destroys another Digimon in battle, you get to unsuspend it. So he's going to attack the Unimon, pierce, and then unsuspend it, attack the ShineGreymon, pierce again, and then unsuspend it. And you can do it multiple times in turn. There's no restriction to it. And because all my dudes were rested, and he can rest the remaining dudes with the Lilymon, that he can just clear my entire field. Now, if you're actually wondering why, he does have the piercing. If you're wondering why there were no security checks, is because the Kentaurismon from the previous turn actually straight up saved me, because he would have checked 3-4 cards right there. So I was actually saved by that. GranKuwagamon didn't actually check any cards when he was attacking, and now I am at 9 memory with 0 monsters on the field. Do have 7 tamers, right? I was at 7 and then I went to 9 because of the cards. I'm going to play the Unimon, Digivolve into ShineGreymon, and what can I get off the top deck? Oh, not a ShineGreymon. Okay, I'm going to get a Patamon. I'm going to play the TK for 2 cost off of the not for 2, for 0 off of the ShineGreymon. Then I'm going to Digivolve Patamon, and then okay, I drew into a 1 cost Tururymon. That seems pretty good. Let's go down to 0, and boom, here we go, ShineGreymon off the top deck. That was so lucky. It honestly wasn't even fair, and it's to the point my opponent just scoops. He was like, oh, okay, you just resolved Shine, I'm not even gonna bother. I mean, he did have 0 security at that point. So round 1 goes to me. That was pretty crazy top deck. I honestly probably should not have won that. He cleared my entire board. that shit was gone, dude. That shit was obliterated, and I still somehow turned that around. So I'm going to be able to, just clear the game, and then my opponent's going to go first, set up with the Vegemon down there, and I'm going to Digivolve Labramon. Labramon's super sweet, because anytime you destroy or delete one of your opponent's Digimon by reducing it DP to 0, you get to just draw 1 card for each Digimon. And that actually brings me to a point where this video was filmed before the ruling change. If you're not aware of the ruling change, basically it used to be that whenever you resolve ShineGreymon, let's say you resolve ShineGreymon, rested a bunch of tamers, deleted 3 of your opponent's Digimon, and you had the Labramon, you would draw 3 cards, because you get to basically, the way ShineGreymon's worded is you activate this effect a number of times equal to the number of tamers you have. Alright, so if you have 3 tamers, you activate 3 times, hence you can activate Labramon 3 times. You know the drill. So for whatever reason, my take is that Bandai just realized how ridiculous that was, that you can just clear your opponent's board and draw like 5 cards. That now it is that whenever you resolve ShineGreymon, you actually just get to draw 1. It's treated all happening at the same time, even though, like, I still argue, even though ShineGreymon's not worded that way, but that's the way it's going to go. So a little bit of a nerf to, like, that Labramon-ShineGreymon combo makes Labramon, like, not... I want to say it makes it less playable, but it's definitely not as broken as it was. So anyways, my opponent does have quite the setup. He's got the Wormmon on field. Wormmon lets him, whenever Wormmon's deleted, you get to reveal top 3 cards of your deck and add a 5 or 6 Digimon, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. It's one of those. You get to search for, you know, a higher level Digimon, and it's pretty sweet, because you get to just crash into security and potentially add your GranKuwagamon, stuff like that. And he does have the Lilymon as well. Lilymon is a very underrated card. The ability to just rest anything is pretty crazy. We've seen cards like Lilamon in BT5, who has the same ability. If you have a green tamer, you get to just suspend any one of your opponent's Digimon whenever she's attacking, or what, you know, whatever that's her inherited. But Lilymon can also do essentially the same thing. It's just, you know, it doesn't apply to blockers. But when you got GranKuwagamon on the field, you don't really care, because if they block it, you're gonna lose a security card anyways. So my opponent is going to, you know, Digivolve that Argomon and then play the Woodmon, leaving me with 3. I've just got a bunny on field, so I'm going to Digivolve that Patamon, and I do have the Shine. Unfortunately, no level 5s yet. Oh no, I do have the Sirenmon, so I could go Siren Slash or Siren Shine. I think Siren Slash is probably better, because at this point I have double tamers in my hand, so I think I could get a stronger ShineGreymon later on. So effectively, if I resolve it now, it's going to be the same, right? Because it'll be for 2, totaling to 8,000, and Slash Angemon, you know, get the same results. So I think the play here is probably go Terurimon and then Slash Angemon, or maybe just Slash if I want to, like, memory choke him more. But I think, yeah, Terurimon's definitely the better play, because then if I draw another level 5, I can go that and then I was gonna say Slash, then Shine afterwards. Now I do have double Shine now, so I think I'm set up pretty well here. I also got the Glorious Burst, so in case that dude GranKuwagamon or Bancho or anyone shows their face, I'll be able to take it out. Glorious Burst is pretty sweet, because you do actually get to reduce its cost by 1 for every single yellow tamer you have. So currently you would only be a 7 cost for me, and then not to mention you also get the draw off Labramon and then the +1 memory if you got a Patamon, stuff like that. So just lots of synergy with the option cards as well. My opponent is going to go Vegemon. Got lots of green dudes on his field. I was able to take out his Lilymon, so luckily I'm going to be able to avoid some sort of catastrophe with GranKuwagamon. I don't know what other level 6s he's playing. He's playing Kuwagamon as well as Bancho, but maybe he might be playing like Gargo or something. This is the only dude I've seen, right? The GranKuwagamon is ridiculous. He's going to HPD and rest the Goblymon and Digivolve into GranKuwagamon for free. HPD is such an unfair card, and unfortunately for us English player, we're only going to get like about a month, I think, because the list goes into effect April 1st. Is what I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it goes into effect April 1st. So basically from now until then, you guys can play full power Seriesmon, full power green turbo, whatever. But after that, we're just going to have HPD at 1, which is still pretty strong, I think. I still think it's pretty good. He's going to go Stingmon, which was a little bit questionable, especially because I do have TK, so he kind of just gave me 2 memory for free, but maybe his hand was pretty breaky, he didn't have anything. He did attack with the GranKuwagamon, and now that guy is at 11,000, and I do have to deal with him. But, fortunately, I do have the Kari from that security check, I believe, so I do have 3 tamers on field, so that puts the GranKuwagamon in range of Shine, and even if I didn't, I could have, you know, for a last resort, I could have resorted to the Glorious Burst there and taken him out. Anyways, I'm going to rest 3, Digivolve the Shine, and then draw 1 or 2? I don't even know. I wasn't watching it. I drew some cards, but remember, guys, that ruling I told you about did change. So you actually only draw one no matter how many cards you destroy with ShineGreymon. And then I'm also going to gain 1 memory with the Patamon inherited. So at this point, I've got double megas on the field. I've got a ridiculous amount of cards in hand, and that's probably why they nerf Labramon, I like, to be honest. And so he's just going to go Wormmon and then play the Argomon there, and he might be able to build up into a level 6 if he had like Argomon level 5 or a Blossomon or something. But nope, we're just going to see an Agumon played, and unfortunately don't have the security attack +1 on the Shine. But I can't really complain with my hand. I've got all 3 other Shines in hand, and that's really what you want to see. The only bad part about ShineGreymon is the time it takes to set up and the fact that you can only play 4 ShineGreymon. If I could play 8 ShineGreymons, I would. So I'm just going to hit him with some security attacks. And with the ShineGreymon and the /Angemon, he did actually add an HPD to his hand, so that's a little bit concerning. But if he had the level 5s, I feel like he probably would have played them, like Digivolved into them earlier. So I'm going to leave him at 1. So if he does have, he has HPD, but he basically needs a Blossomon /Argomon plus his GranKuwagamon to people to do that. Plus he won't have enough memory for Dimension Scissors. If that is the case, so I don't really care because I can just ShineGreymon him the following turn. But I've got the Unimon and the Raising there, as well as 4 Tamers in play, and then I've got a Sirenmon as well. So I'm just set up here. So we are actually going to see that Wormmon. What did he add? He added something. I'm sorry guys, I'm not looking. I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to commentate and look at my screen at the same time, but anyways, he's going to add some stuff off the Wormmon. Don't know if it's going to save him, but it might have unbricked his hand. We do see he's got double rookies on field, and he's actually just going to give up his... Okay, yeah, he added the Blossomon off the Wormmon. That's what I want to say. We'll go with that. So we're going to see that rested to cheat 3 off the Blossomon, HPD to cheat 4 off the GranKuwagamon, gaining 7 memory in a turn. It feels pretty nice. So we're going to see the GranKuwagamon, and that's what I was afraid of. So there's absolutely no reason he shouldn't just swing over ShineGreymon. At this point, his GranKuwagamon's at 15,000, and no Kintorismon is saving me this time, so we are going to see a security check, but nothing in my deck is strong enough to stop him. Even if this was BT5, like Chaosmon wouldn't do shit against GranKuwagamon, so we're just going to see that. And that's so crazy. He did all that with 1 memory. He hasn't even paid a single memory cost yet. Like, that's why HPD is just ridiculous. So we are still going to see my ShineGreymon die, and I'm thinking about my next move. But I'm thinking, like, no matter what I do, I can just, blow him out the water anyway with the Shine. Now, he did Flower Cannon there, which is legal to activate. Like, he can do that. It would have been the same thing as just passing. I think he forgot, like, I had the TK, so he's like, okay, I'd rather just play an option card for 2 rather than pass and guarantee him 3, but I do have the TK. I should also go to 4. Yeah, I went to 4 because of the Kari as well. So I'm going to attack with the /Angemon, which might not have been the play, because in case I ran into a Flower Cannon, my Unimon... No, okay, Flower Cannon's... I think Flower Cannon rests non-blockers. I'm pretty sure Flower Cannon doesn't rest blockers. Anyway, so I'm going to go Sirenmon and then play a TK and then go ShineGreymon, and that's going to be game my opponent is just straight up going to scoop. He's like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that. So yeah, I should only draw, like, new rules, I should draw 1, but anyways, like, hand size aside, I did win that game. So guys, that is going to be the video. If you did enjoy, go ahead, let me know, comment, subscribe, like it, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.